Hey guys, Dean here with a new episode of Bytes. It's been a long time, and I guess I should explain myself real quick. Holidays were chaotic. I've just been busy with new stuff. We were creating a new website, doing a lot of crazy stuff with the Pain in the Ass-a-thon. We ended up going to a lot more cons than we thought, and we've just been overall busy trying to get ourselves tidied up for a new experience for everything that we're doing, including new Bytes. And I got something in the mail a couple days ago that I thought would be a good way to start off the new year, because we are now in 2018. Hooray! 2017's over, and maybe the shittiness will go with it. But something that's not shitty is the Horipad Pro for the Nintendo Switch from Hori. It's this guy right here. I'll pop a picture in that I took in my fancy new light box, because 2018. Overall, I just wanted to give my thoughts on the pad real quick, because it does something cool that none of the other controllers do for the Nintendo Switch, which isn't really a huge deal, but it's something neat, is this right here. The D-pad is removable, so real quick, I'm going to pull that up, and here you have buttons under, like the regular Joy-Cons do, which is neat. I haven't really found any uses for it, but I mean, it's sort of a cool novel thing. And get this, this was $21. $21. Yeah, so compared to the Pro controller for the Nintendo Switch, which is $70. There's some quick things that I should talk about before you just go slamming down money. And this is, I guess, sort of a kind of review, but we're going to start doing these videos a little bit more often, just where I kind of talk about stuff I get, games I'm playing, you know, experiences I'm having right now, cons I went to, and everything. And I figured I'd start off with this, because this is a really cool controller for $21. So, real quick, they make a note on the website when you buy this thing that it doesn't come with some of the features that you would get with the Pro controller for the Nintendo Switch. Like, you're not getting HD rumble or any rumble at all. You don't get the NFC chip in it. You don't get the chip reader, rather. And lastly, you're not getting... I knew there was one more thing. It sort of just feels blockier and stuff, too, which isn't really a huge deal. It still feels pretty good. It feels closer to probably what an Xbox 360 controller would feel like, which is sort of what I'm used to. But yeah, it's definitely a little bit bigger than the regular Pro controller for the Nintendo Switch, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I tested this out with Tetris, Puyo Puyo Tetris, and I tested this out with, what else was it? Tumbleseed, and there was one more game I messed around with this in, and it was Shovel Knight. And I'll tell you what, the D-pad works great. That was my biggest concern, because on the Pro controller, the D-pad's really, really weird. Sometimes when you hit left, it goes up, down, and in other directions. This actually feels really, really good, and that might be because of the whole removable D-pad thing and the buttons under it. They all kind of have their own range. I felt myself hitting different directions very, very little, which was really nice, because you normally don't get D-pads that feel this good anymore, and that was a big deal to me. The only thing that I think that might be a big deal with this is that the removable D-pad is just plastic, and the little connector that you take in and out doesn't seem really durable, and I could feel that snapping over time. But, you know, again, it's the big price difference. You know, what are you using this controller for? If you want the full experience, you know, you want the chip reader, you want the rumble, you want it wireless. That was the other thing. This is not wireless, as you could tell. These are all things you're gonna have to take into consideration, because I play right next to my Switch in TV mode a lot, and it's next to my huge recording station, so I don't really need to have a wireless controller far away from it. Sure, the wire clutter sucks, but I mean, I could just put it away when I'm done, and you know, who's any the wiser. Besides that, it operated well on all the games that I played with it. Another, I guess, sort of caveat is you can't use it with other systems, which sucks. It was recognized by my gaming PC as a Horipad Pro controller, but the problem was it wouldn't map to any of the games, which kind of sucked. So I tried it with Geometry Wars, because, you know, why the fuck not? Cuphead, which I didn't think would work because it's a Microsoft game. and enter the gungeon. And there was always some sort of weird thing going on where one of the joysticks would work but the other wouldn't. Some of the buttons weren't mapped, some of the triggers weren't mapped, and that could just be as easy as some of these buttons are different names on here, so the computer doesn't know what to map them to, and that could be as easy as just getting a remapper and doing it, and that's if you want to put in the trouble. I mean, it's a pretty solid controller otherwise. It does feel a little on the cheap side, but that's because it doesn't have a lot of the parts that the Pro controller does, so it doesn't have that heft to it. But that doesn't really bother me. I like the responsiveness of the joysticks. They feel great. The shoulder buttons have resistance, but they're not like super hard, and they're not like crazy soggy either, which is nice. It just has a good spongy feel to it. The buttons all feel good. I did notice a little bit of lag when I was trying to play it on the PC, so maybe if you even did remap it, it would come out weird. I also did play this game a little bit with Sonic Mania on the Switch, and I actually liked it better than I liked the Joy-Con controllers. Quite a bit so, actually. So that was just really, I was really impressed with this controller, and for $21, you really can't go wrong. I mean, hell, even for $30, it's still half the price of what the, well, more than half of what the price is of a Pro controller. So check it out if you get a chance. It's really, really cool. I really liked it. I'll throw some gameplay up as I'm talking, obviously, anyway, so you can see some of it. But yeah, overall, can't go wrong. I would say check this out and maybe give it a purchase if you're looking for a new controller on the cheap, because there's not many out. Well, there are some out there. I think PDP makes a couple, but this is just kind of a cool thing with the removable D-pad and all that. I don't know how necessary that is, and it feels kind of weird that you have to dip your thumb into the face buttons for the D-pad when you take the actual pad off of it. I could show you right now. Like it's in a little bit of a crevice. So yeah, like your thumb's kind of resting against this rim, which kind of hurts after a while. Especially with me, I got bony thumbs. That not fun. Yeah, but besides that, I think overall it's a great little controller for not a lot of money. So you're getting a lot of bang for your buck. So yeah, check it out. We're gonna keep these videos a lot more casual from now on. I'm not gonna go into the whole, you know, pompous sell you shit, I guess, type of thing. I don't know, I just felt a little fake in some of the older videos, so I'm gonna just try and keep them a little bit more casual. I'm doing this one on a webcam right now just because I had an extra one, and I just cleaned it off, so I figured I'd give it a shot. So this might be a little bit more grainier than I thought it would. Next time we're probably gonna shoot with my camera that big fan of the Vestlord Matt Much is taking a look at for me. Because I was having some issues with it. So yeah, catch us next time, guys. We'll be talking about more stuff. Actually, I think we're going to talk about MagFest next time, which I just came back from, so I haven't gathered all my thoughts about that yet. But yeah, I think next week we'll be back talking about MagFest and some of the awesome experiences we had there with some special pictures from Matt Much, because that guy's a fantastic photographer. You should check him out at StuffY on Instagram. Till next time, guys, keep playing games, and we'll see you in the next video.